Ayo! And what is up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining me once again here on the channel today. It is still Friday. November the 10th, Veterans Day. And we are here, as I thought, with more news because the newswire has been non-stop. We have got two very, very big stories that I want to talk about. The first of which being Paige and Del Rio have finally called it quits. And Lucha Underground apparently renewed for Season 4. And we're going to talk about all of that right here and right now on the newest, fastest wrestling podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. So, let's do it again.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for tuning in once again and checking out the best wrestling-related channel on YouTube, Sledgehammer TV. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me is my tag team partner and trusty best friend, and most importantly, the world's heavyweight champion of microphones, Blue the Snowball. And we are back today with an unprecedented third part to our new weekend wrestling update show, and an unprecedented third upload of the day. We have never uploaded 3 videos in one day before, but the news never stops, man. So we need to be here to bring you guys the news. You know, I went out to a friend's house tonight, and I came home and I sat down at my desk and I pulled up some of the news feeds, and this is what I get treated to at the end of a Veterans Day. We've got a story on Paige and Del Rio calling it quits, and Lucha Underground renewing season number 4 right here at the tail end of Veterans Day. And I want to take a minute to hope that you veterans out there that may be watching this show definitely enjoyed your day today and had some time with your families and did something that you like to do. Because, you know, these guys, much like WWE superstars, are away from their families for more than you can imagine. But that's where the similarities come to a screeching halt, because these guys put their lives on the line for this country every single day. And whether you agree with the politics of the nation or not, it is worth taking the time to appreciate these guys and, you know, thank them for their service and their protection and their hard work on doing everything that they do to try to keep this country safe. And I know at times it doesn't seem like the country's safe at all with all these crazy things going on inside the country this year. You know, it's been absolutely nuts. But, you know, I could never do what these guys do. Shit, I can't even play Call of Duty. I suck at any type of military games, Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, whichever floats your boat. Modern Warfare, World War II, it doesn't matter what the edition is. I suck at being a soldier. So I would very, very quickly probably be murdered if I was part of the armed forces, only I don't get to respawn. Because that's what I do best. When I try to play these games, all I do is get killed and respawn, and then I turn around and I'm dead again before I get started. So, you know, my video game exploits aside, like I said, I couldn't do it in a video game. I couldn't imagine what these guys go through on a daily basis. So thank you again to all our veterans here on Veterans Day. Thus, the Captain America shirt, saluting you guys in my own special way. Now let's get to the news, because I cannot even believe that there is more news to talk about today. I was not planning on sitting here with you guys again today to talk about anything else. But things happen and things pop up and we have to talk about them. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm pulling up this story right here, right now, as the Pro Wrestling Sheet is reporting that Paige is declaring that she is newly single. Let's get to the story. The very public relationship between Paige and Alberto El Patron Del Rio, whatever you want to call him, seems to be finished Because last night, if you follow Paige on Snapchat, which I do not, you would have been made privy to a video where she did say herself that she is in fact single. A friend of Paige also posted a video Thursday night on Snapchat in which Paige says in her friend's video that this is why I'm single, apparently joking around about another couple who were behind them canoodling in a restaurant where they were sitting in. But sources have reported that the couple has recently broken up, and it seemed like their engagement was officially called off. But attempts to reach out to Alberto Del Rio, El Patron and Del Rio, holy cow, that's what happens when you're on camera too much all day. But attempts to reach her and Alberto to confirm were unsuccessful. Of course, if we hear anything else, we will bring it to you. You know, Paige has been very active on social media as of late. She has been tweeting her progress in the Performance Center. She has been very vocal, thanking some of the girls down there for working off her ring rust and getting her in shape for her return. And the timing of this announcement couldn't be more perfect because it would be the very last thing she would need to do. She would need to shed these fleas known as Del Rio and just shake them off her back, you know, and get rid of this dirty perro, this disgusting dog, and everything that he's put her through in the last year, and start fresh with the WWE. As we all know, her return is bound to happen at any time. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if following this announcement we end up seeing Paige in some shape at Survivor Series come back out, or possibly on the Monday Night Raw after Survivor Series, just to get the ball rolling in the women's division. Maybe she comes on SmackDown Live now that Raw has Asuka. As we've said on this show in the past, the best way to bolster up the SmackDown Live girls would be to bring Paige over there, because if you put her on the Raw side, the Raw roster becomes increasingly more viable and much more serious and better than the girls division on SmackDown Live. So it'll be interesting to see where she ends up. This announcement of them breaking up, I believe, is another clear sign of her return, probably coming sooner than later. If it is in fact true, take it with a pinch of salt, because it has not officially been confirmed. But Ryan Satin and the Pro Wrestling Sheet are usually dead on balls accurate when it comes to their stuff, so I would take that for what it's worth, and expect to be hearing officially in some capacity. And if not, then hey, I'm sitting here with egg on my face and I reported fake news. But I'm hoping that that is not the case, because this is the best case scenario for her. Paige has always been one of my favorites, man. And she was fantastic in NXT in the early days of that promotion. She was great when she debuted, and her run was pretty damn good. And even her starring role on the Total Divas, which I never understood, because Paige was always the anti-diva, right? So why would you be on the show that's all about the divas? But nevertheless, she gained popularity through her involvement with that show even more. She's one of the most recognizable faces that the company has over the last 5 years, especially as it pertains to the women. And she's got this big movie coming out, produced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So I expect everything to be ironed out. I expect Del Rio to be out of the picture. She's had her fun. You know, she did what she had to do with her little sombrero friend, and now it's over. And I couldn't be happier for her. For Del Rio, I don't care. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. You're a grown-ass man. I could care less. On to story number 2. Moving this along quickly. We have news of Lucha Underground. Now, we don't talk much about Lucha Underground on this channel, and that is because I do not have access to the El Rey network. I'm a subscriber of Verizon Fios. I know that there are other people that have the cable service that I have that receive this channel at no extra cost. But apparently for me, it's part of some subscription package that I cannot acquire. And just as I was about to really push forward and maybe get that subscription for that channel, there were rumors of Lucha Underground being canceled and that there was no money for Season 3. But apparently, that is no longer the case. As earlier this week, we had some backstage news going around about Lucha Underground, and this is coming to us from Wrestling Inc. It has been over a year since the third season of Lucha Underground was taped. The season, which still is currently airing on the El Rey network, was taped from March to May of 2016, leaving many wondering if a fourth season would be happening. Dave Meltzer, our buddy over at the Wrestling Observer Radio, said that there may be some good news regarding the future of the promotion as they have a potential source of funding. The drawback is that the budget for the show will be significantly cut, as the source of funding is earmarking far, far less money per episode for this upcoming season than what the company is used to spending on its previous three. Meltzer said that while the future of the company was looking bleak, it's a little bit better than bleak now. So obviously they're not out of the water just yet, but it's definitely headed in the right direction. Meltzer went on to note that many stars he's spoken to that are under contract with Lucha Underground want their release, and that Ricochet told Sports Illustrated in July that even though his contract with the company has expired, his no-compete clause doesn't expire until 90 days after the conclusion of the third season. It is unclear whether or not he will be a part of Lucha Underground's upcoming Season 4, as he himself says, and I quote, "I'm not sure about a Season 4 with Lucha Underground. I'm busy until October, and I might take November off to heal up again. I really want to work on my diet and get myself in the best shape possible." So he may not be eyeing that return to Lucha Underground, where he's been very successful. He may, in fact, be heading up north to Connecticut and to NXT eventually, which has been heavily rumored to be the case. But online today, pictures have surfaced and a video also was shown that has confirmed that Lucha Underground will be back for Season 4, being led still by their last champion, Johnny Mundo, as he was the featured face in this video for the upcoming fourth season. And I'm glad, man. I'm very glad that this is happening. Lucha Underground is a great company. They are a fantastic television show that is focused around the art of professional wrestling. It is not a professional wrestling company that's trying to produce television. There's a complete difference between the two. The WWE is a professional wrestling company. They don't remember that. And they are trying to produce television, which is what makes their shows absolutely suck. Instead of being what you are at your core, which is a wrestling show. Which is what Lucha Underground does, but it's in the form of a television show. It's not real at all as far as the storylines are concerned. Dario Cueto is the Vince McMahon of Lucha Underground, and he is a sinister, sadistic person. There are mystical and magic powers. There's a gauntlet of some kind that makes people super powerful. There are demons and magic and mil muertes. And it's friggin' fantastic. Because that's what wrestling is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a suspension of your belief of reality. You know, you're supposed to allow yourself to get invested in this Mortal Kombat-esque version of pro wrestling, where things are a little campy and things are a little over the top, but you've come to expect it. And when it is paired with some of the best physical wrestling and some of the most unbelievable athletic people you will ever see in the ring, some of the most incredible athletes you will ever get your eyes on, Ricochet being one of them, Mil Muertes being another one, Johnny Mundo's tearing it up down there, the Mac, he's friggin' awesome. There's so much great stuff going on down there, and I don't even want to get into my love for everything that they do. It's just, it's an enlightening and it's a happy place for me to be when I'm watching Lucha Underground, which is why I am so upset at the fact that I have to search so hard. I have not been able to really find anything from Season 3 as it's on YouTube. I don't feel like downloading things off of torrent sites and shit like that. I'm over that, man. I don't do that anymore. I don't have time to be sitting here searching for episodes and then backlogging them and having the whole entire episode. I mean, I got up until maybe the 11th or 12th episode of Season 3 before they were not being shown on YouTube, and I don't go to Dailymotion or any of these other places. It's just hard to get your eyes on it, and it shouldn't be that hard. And I was hoping that maybe Spike TV or some other bigger network would try to get back into the wrestling game. Maybe Fox Sports or FS1 or even the Fight app would pick up Lucha Underground so that I can get my eyes on it in a much more consistent way. If that were the case, we'd be talking about it each and every week. But we do have another year in store for us. And I'd like to say I can't wait for it, but I still can't wait to watch the second half of Season 3. There's supposedly some great stuff going on. And I'm missing it. And it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And we're working on getting it. But until then, we're going to have to be happy with what we read online. That's going to do it. That's what we got for you guys right now in this quick hit. A little quick shot for you guys. And if you missed part number 2 or part number 1, which both dropped earlier today, feel free right now to go check out both of those videos. Part number 2, we talk about the possibility of Daniel Bryan's return and how he is pushing harder than ever to be part of the action in the ring once again. Part number 1, we focus on the Roman Reigns rumors and what's wrong with all of them, and we talk a little bit about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and the whole situation with them being sent home from the UK tour. All that and so much more on parts 1 and 2. Plus, we've had the top 10 things wrong with WWE 2K18. We have my thoughts and opinions on John Cena being announced the 5th member of Team SmackDown. You don't want to miss that because it didn't make me very happy. I understand it, but it didn't make me happy. You should go check that one out. It was a good one. And then, of course, as always, we got our Monday Night Raw and Tuesday SmackDown Live reviews up there for you guys to get your eyeballs on. Don't forget, this upcoming weekend, we got all the go-home shows this week for Raw and SmackDown, and we will have your Survivor Series preview and predictions coming to you guys next Friday as part 1 of next weekend's Weekend Wrestling Update. We'll probably feature that if I don't do it on a separate video all its own. This may be the last time I see you this weekend, but the way it's been going today, somehow I don't think that's the case, so I'm going to sign off right now and say I'm going to make a pretty safe bet. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow with some more news of some type, because the news is hot, baby. The news never stops, and we are here to bring it to you, just like the mail. The mail never stops, and the news never stops, and the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show will also never stop. Don't forget, if you like today's broadcast, to smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you are not a member of the Sledgehammer Club already, and hit that ringside bell so you will always be notified every single time a video just like this goes live on YouTube. You will know the very second that it does. All you gotta do is ring the bell. Ring the bell. That's all you gotta do. And while you're down there, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about everything we talked about today, anything we talked about all weekend, something you want to maybe know my opinion on. Hit that comment section up. It is yours as always. And please, take a quick second to go check out the fine people at Clutch Chairs and all the shit that they got over there to offer to you, because it is some of the coolest shit you will ever see. WWE Superstar themed computer gaming chairs that are structured to help your physical posture and make your back feel better while you're conquering the whole world and slaying some ass doing whatever it is that you do on your gaming ventures. And they have you covered for all of your comfort and sitting and desk needs. So you need a desk, you need a new chair, you want to fix your back while you're playing Call of Duty, while you're killing yourself playing 2K18, which friggin' sucks balls. You want to at least feel good about the way you're sitting? clutch chairs is the way to go. So, make sure you check out all of that, and that is going to do it, everybody. And we are out of here, and we will see you next time, which will probably be sometime pretty soon, on the most must-see WWE-related podcast on YouTube, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, right here on Sledgehammer TV, only on YouTube.com. Thank you guys so much. For my boy Blue, the Snowball Microphone, the world heavyweight champion of microphones, I am Nick Nightmare. Thank you guys so much. You rock 'em. We will see you all weekend long for more of the Wrestling Weekend Update. God knows how many parts we're going to get to before this weekend's over. Holy shit. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. See you next time.
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.